Hello everyone, Dinky with Kune with the audio. More today is day 7, the final day of, excuse me, injury prevention for JKD. Okay, so I told you I'm going to discuss everything I covered this week. I'm going to, show you some strengthening exercises. I'm going to actually add a little bit to it. I'm going to basically show you a little bit of strengthening and mobility. I can't show you a whole lot as far as like with weight or anything. This injury of mine, I'm trying to honestly take it easy. Yesterday I actually shoveled some snow at work, and I probably pushed myself a little bit too much, but guess what? I'm all about pushing myself. It's all about being limitless. Still got my ass up and went for a good, pretty long run in the deep snow, come back and did some kicks, and whatnot, but my back is definitely, it's inflamed a little bit, but guess what? We got to keep pushing ourselves. A lot of times going through a little bit of pain now, or a significant amount of pain now, is going to actually give us less pain later. Just like in life. I want to give you this life lesson real quick, okay? Something that I actually heard a motivational speaker, those of you who might know him, named Les Brown, he actually said, and I've heard in several of his videos, say, work harder now and your life will be easy later, or easier. Work harder now and your life will be easier or easier later. And this really goes out to those young individuals out there, or anyone who is pursuing their career and whatnot. The same thing applies to your training, applies to, an injury, things like that. Go through a little bit more pain now, and then you actually have less pain later, such as, going through different mobility movements that, even if you're injury-free, pain-free for the most part, go into a certain position to a certain extent or a certain depth is actually going to hurt a little bit. Get that pain, push past that pain a little bit, go a little bit farther, go a little bit farther, go a little bit farther. And that pain right now that you're feeling later on is actually going to cause you less pain later, because you will be more mobile. Your muscles, tendons, joints, and ligaments will be working much more efficiently to adapt to the stressors of everyday life, everyday training, or whatever it may be. So I've gone over different things. I went over the 3 main areas to take care of, which is your hips, your knees, and your lower back. I also went over your wrist. I went over, your neck, and then please let me know if I'm actually leaving anything out what I went over this week. So as far as your neck, there's so many exercises we can do. Now for mobility, I explained that to you, how every morning I do different neck stretches. Boom. I do more repetitions in this, but just to show you what I do. And then, boom, here, back and forth, both sides. Here, and then I might do just a couple other basic things along with that. Okay, now what about strengthening your neck? To strengthen your neck, you can actually even take one moment, something simple as this is actually a wrist roller with weight. Okay, so you can actually even do simple things like this. This is only 5 pounds. It's 2.5 pound weights, and even hold one side here. Something basic as this. You don't have to have any special equipment. Okay, and then I would say bend your knees, come down like this, and then go boom, and then up, come down slow. I can feel it. I can feel that in my neck. You know what? This might actually be a good strengthening exercise for healing my upper back muscles to help with my back grip, because I felt that, but it almost felt like it was actually strengthening it to help help assist it a little bit better. So there's for that. Okay, now for your wrist, there's all kinds of things to do. Mine honestly probably most popular is wrist curls, boom, with weight obviously to help strengthen, and reverse wrist curls. Now the extensors of your forearms, which are your top, are actually smaller muscle fibers, so they're not going to be near as strong as your flexors. So don't sit there and try to do the same weight you do with wrist curls and reverse wrist curls. You're not going to be able to do as much. Yes, you might be able to do a significant amount. You might be really strong in your extensors, but your extensors will never be as strong or stronger than your flexors, because they're smaller muscle fibers. They're meant more to kind of extend and not have a whole lot of weight bearing to them, but you must strengthen them as well. Okay, and there's even things like I have these amazing hip grippers. I have a 200 pound and a 300 pound resistance. Yes, you heard that correctly. I don't know if you can see it or not. 200, you can see right there, it's backwards obviously, and then 300, if you can see that very well, maybe not, I don't know. Okay, and these are hand grippers. I would recommend starting warming up with some smaller ones, or you even doing the wrist shakers I told you about. But just do these, off and on throughout the day. You can even do them in sets like I do. Okay, there's so many different things. You can even grab a kettlebell. A couple ways you can do this. Boom. Here, this is going to more actually warm up and help with mobility, but there's this cool exercise. It's kind of like dumbbell circles for your forearms, but you come like this, boom here, And, oh, my forearm's a little sore. Ugh. Been working those a little more lately. Okay? So you can do that. There's so many different exercises. I could go over so much with the forearms. Okay, what about your hips? Well, obviously mobility is a key component with hips, but what you can even do like this, you can take, hey, some weight. Just even squats. Squats are actually going to help heal your hips, strengthen your hips. Plus, you go like this, the deeper you go, you're actually going to help loosen them up as well. Even deadlifts. Deadlifts are very good. Even doing them with the kettlebell, boom, are very good for your hips. There's all types of exercises too with your resistance bands. Doing kicks, say, let's just pretend I have a resistance band on here. Doing kicks like this, holding it up like this, boom, with that resistance going against it, that's going to help tremendously. There's so many exercises that you can do there. Okay, what about your knees? Quadricep, squats, deadlifts. I don't recommend leg extensions too much unless you do. I wouldn't like completely go all the way out because you can hyperextend, and I would not do heavy weight on a leg extension exercise. Okay, but even bodyweight squats, even alternating your bodyweight squats, like I've shown you in previous videos. Things like that, okay? You can even have more direct things like, it's kind of like with resistance bands, if you have a cable machine, whatever, or even an actual machine for what's called leg adductors, you adduct up like this, boom, that's going to help your outer hips. You can even go this way. Oops. Help your hip muscles as well, okay? Now what about your lower back? One great exercise that I recommend for strengthening your lower back, two actually I'm going to tell you, is good mornings and Romanian deadlifts. Okay, a good morning, you can have your feet, I would say, probably about shoulder to hip width apart, and you'll grab some kind of weight here or whatever. I'm probably going to fill this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay? It's actually better if you have a barbell on your back, but even if you do it like this to start out, boom, what you're going to do, bend your knees just slightly, come down like this, try to keep your back parallel to the ground, and then back up. So if you have a barbell, same thing. Let's pretend we have a barbell here. Come down slow, boom, up a little faster. Those are good mornings. Now, Romanian deadlifts, I have shown in the past. There's two ways you can do them. There's my way, the way that I like to do it, and then there's the way that most people do it. I usually have my feet almost or completely touching, and I will go down. I usually will use like my footstool or my plyometric box, and I will go down way, way, way down here, way past my feet because I'm stretching on my hamstring, and then come back up. You want to power up. Now this is can be a very dangerous way to do these, but very effective. Mainly due to the fact that if you turn your head wrong or whatever, you can actually put stress on your spine, your lower back, and everything like that. So I'd recommend doing them starting out, doing how most people do. Bend your knees a little bit. Yes, they're called stiff-legged deadlifts, but this way is going to be a little bit more of like a beginner exercise here. Boom, down like this, boom. You want to go down a little lower, here, up here. I don't mind doing them like this. I like the other way. I've done them that way for years, and I'm very careful. I started out in the beginning focusing more on my technique and no weight, and then I slowly added weight over time. Now, okay, so have I missed anything? I don't think I did. I got the hips, I got the knees, the lower back, the wrists, and the neck. I'm pretty sure that's everything I covered. If not, please let me know, and I will fill you in. Do these things and strengthen your body today. I want you to challenge yourself with these different exercises, and I want you to find your own exercises, because Jeet is about finding whose way, not my way. Whose way? Yes, that's right. Your way as well. So do these things and embrace more discomfort today. Challenge yourself and embrace more discomfort each and every day in every single way. Believe in yourself. Believe you can do it, and believe that you deserve it. Smash punch, kick that like button, just don't break it. Let's get out there and do something. Do more than what you did yesterday. Get your ass up today and grind. What have you done today to push yourself, to grind, to embrace that discomfort? Whatever it is, keep embracing more. You got this. Let's go.